I had autoimmune disease for 10 plus years, and the real reason I had it was because I was chronically being triggered over and over and over again by what I was eating, by what I was thinking, by what I was inhaling, by what I was taking, by what I was doing, by the way I was living. All these things contributed to the actual illness. And what I thought at the time was, I'm going to fix this with supplements. I'm going to go ahead and try this supplement, that supplement. It's going to fix it all, right? But unfortunately, 6 years later, with no progress, I realized supplements were not the answer. And, I had to reach for something greater than me. I had to call to my higher power. I had to call to God and ask for help. And ask God and say, hey, listen, whenever I get better, I will spend the rest of my life helping people who are sick. Just you have to show me the way. And within a year, I came across colostrum, which made a big difference to me. I also came across the realization that a lot of these things are being caused by things that were within my control. If I had changed my diet, if I was willing to go through the elimination diet process, completely eliminate all the trigger foods, even eliminate meat for a couple of weeks, see how I did. If I was willing to do that, then I finally could see what I was doing wrong. So I broke free from the dietary loop, Then I broke free from the mold loop, the mycotoxin loop. I had no idea that where I was living over and over and over again, there were mycotoxin issues, and I had developed sensitivities, and this was one of the main underlying causes of my autoimmune disease. And I was missing it for over a decade. And then the trauma part, I didn't realize what I was thinking, how that was affecting my immune system, and how it was keeping me in a state of fight or flight. When I was in a state of fight or flight, my immune system was always on guard. It was creating max antibodies to these mycotoxins. It was causing a release of different neurotransmitters, causing a release of different inflammatory molecules. And the other day, my autoimmune disease was not caused by autoimmune disease. It was caused by being chronically triggered, chronically triggering my mast cells and chronically depleting my regulatory T cells from the never-ending stress, physically, mentally, all that. So the reality is, if you have autoimmune disease, you can beat this. What you do is you have to document everything you're eating and then how you're feeling after, and start to connect the dots. Then you got to go ahead and investigate your environment to see, am I having issues with these mycotoxins? Have I developed a sensitivity? You go to mymycolab.com. They have a test right there, the only test that's worthwhile doing if you have mold issues or autoimmune disease. And then the third part is you have to rearrange your thinking. You have to be in belief that you're going to heal. You have to believe that this illness is happening for a reason. There's something greater. There's some greater good to this. There's some bigger purpose that you're not seeing. And when you see it, you'll finally be grateful for the illness. You've got to change your perspective and start to be grateful for the situation and start to see the gifts within it. If you don't, you'll be the victim of it, and you'll be in defense mode with your immune system, and you'll just keep on increasing your intolerance to things you're consuming, you're inhaling, the things you're experiencing, the things you're thinking, all that. So don't buy into the autoimmune disease label. The reality is, it is in your control.